I remember when I was just a wee little boy, I was super depressed, basically just had terrible mental health because I was not taking care of myself a single bit. I would play video games all day, I would eat junk food all day, and stay in my room. Dark, depressed, no sunlight, no even artificial light, completely dark room. The only light coming from the blue light of my screen while I played video games. One day I decided, you know what? I'm tired of being depressed because this is not fun, being sad all the time. I'm gonna change my life for the better. Super motivational, super innocent, inspiring even. And guess what happened? I would try and quit playing video games, and for the first day I would not play any video games, and then by the second day I would skip my gym session and instead play video games all day. And this was happening for months and months and months on end, to the point where I completely lost hope in myself. I would say, I'm a lost cause, no one's gonna help me, what's the point in trying if I always fail? I can never really change. I would use my past actions, because I would play video games in the past. I've been playing video games as long as I can remember, but during this depressing phase of my life, I remember I would play video games all day, and I would tell myself, back then anyway, I would tell myself, because I've played video games in the past, that's all I'm really worthy of, and that's what I should be doing, because everything that I've done in the past, I have to continue doing. If I played sports in the past, then I should continue to play sports. If I did gym in the past, I should continue to do gym. If I actually studied for my test, I should continue to study for my tests. I can't do anything new, and I can't change my life. That it was a big limiting belief that I had about myself. You probably have the same if you're still watching this video. If you don't know what a limiting belief is, I'll debrief you right now. Basically, it's a belief that you hold either about yourself, about others, or about your environment. It's a belief you hold about one of these things, and it's a belief that holds you back without you even realizing it. So for example, if you have a fat guy, you tell him, oh, you should get in shape, man. You know, aren't you tired of being fat all the time, having all these mobility issues, having all these heart diseases? And he tells you back, oh, I can't lose weight because I'm fat. I can't lose weight because the gym's so scary. I can't go gym because I want to eat junk food all day. All these things that the fat guy tells himself is cope, right? But they're also what we could call limiting beliefs. Beliefs that he holds about himself, other people, or the environment that hold him back from making the change that he truly wants. Because of course, the fat man, he doesn't want to be fat. He wants to lose weight, obviously. But these limiting beliefs he subconsciously holds about the three things I told you, they hold him back from making the change that he truly wants. I had these same limiting beliefs, not those ones specifically about the fat guy, but real messed up ones that my parents didn't raise me right, quote unquote. I'll tell this to myself, terrible belief, don't believe that if you believe that you're sick. But I'll think this to myself when I was a sick guy, sick as in, you know, you get what I'm saying. I had these limiting beliefs. I told myself, I can't change, I'm destined to be on this path forever, and it's impossible for me to change. That's what I told myself. That's probably what you tell yourself. And what a stupid limiting belief to have. If I did the right things, for example, if I didn't play video games all day, if I went to the gym, if I sat down and said to myself, what do I want to do with my life? What goals do I want to accomplish? Where do I see myself in 5 years? And how do I get there as quickly as possible? If I sat down and did all those things, I could do those things, right? I can go to the gym, lift the weight, I can sit down, get my journal out, write down what I want to do with my life. All of a sudden, I've completely changed my life. I'm not playing video games anymore. I'm not depressed all the time. I'm not thinking how I hate myself. I'm downright almost suicidal to an extent. That's exactly what I did. That's where I am today. From doing those things and crushing that limiting belief that I can't change my life, because it's a really weak mindset to have, thinking about the past all the time. What you should be doing instead is thinking, despite the past, yes, The past was terrible. You weren't raised properly by your parents, that sucks. You should have played sports, but instead you played video games all day, that sucks. You eat junk food all day instead of healthy, whole foods, that sucks. That all sucks. And you have permission to feel that way. What purpose does that serve? You complaining about that all day, every day, it's not going to change the past. It's not like it's going to click your fingers and as soon as you start complaining, you hit like a threshold of a meter, or once you hit this threshold of you've finally complained enough and now, wow, your life's changed. No, that's how you literally act. You're trying to complain to reach this threshold which will change your life forever, will change the past. No. What you have to do, you look towards your future despite all the other things that you did in your past that weren't maybe the best choices to make. What can you do now? Yeah, sure, I'm skinny fat and I have no muscles, and yeah, all this stubborn belly fat and these big love handles, but maybe I can just start hitting the gym anyway and work with what I have instead of complaining of what I don't have. And the funny thing is, you end up becoming way happier. You end up enjoying life more. You end up not being depressed anymore by crushing this limiting belief. Because the journey that you want to go on, I promise you, there have been people who are shorter than you that have done it. People who are more broke than you that have done it. People who literally have no limbs that have probably done it. People that have a disability that holds them back. They still did it. They lived in a different country that didn't have the luxuries, didn't have the technology and all the privileges that we have. They probably still did it. So what is stopping you? Your own mind. I promise, it's your own mind. You can come up with all the cope you want, but I promise, it's all in your mind. It's all in here. And I was only able to fix my life, going from the depressed, loner, gamer, degenerate to who I am today. Only from fixing this first. There's a whole bunch of work you have to do, obviously, but you can't even get to that work if you don't fix what's up here. You have to destroy this limiting belief because it will hold you so back from your potential. You have to eliminate this idea that I can't change, that I'm destined to be the way I am forever, because it's total bollocks. If you don't believe me, look at me for an example. I thought that I was destined to be that loner forever, doomed to be in the 9-to-5 role, doomed to have my dreams of being a millionaire, living in all these fancy places, traveling all over the world, having all these dreams slowly die. I thought I was that guy, and yet I completely did a 180 on my life, all from destroying this limiting belief. And if I can do it, I know 100% you can.